The number one overlooked aspect when buying health insurance is the network. You see, a lot of people make the mistake that when they buy health insurance, they assume they can receive health care anywhere they go. And a lot of times when you do get health insurance, let's say through a job or through a spouse's job or through your parents' job or through Medicare or Medicaid, that is true. You can seek care anywhere. But what about when you have to buy your own health insurance? What about when it isn't available through a job? A lot of people overlook this critical aspect of a health insurance plan. You see, when you shop for health insurance plans on the marketplace, as millions will do during this open enrollment period, the majority of states don't have a PPO network anymore. Now, why is this so important? This is important because a PPO stands for Preferred Provider Organization. This is the type of network that you get when you get work insurance through a job. The best part about the PPO network is while it does incentivize you to stay in the network with lower copays, lower deductibles, and lower out-of-pocket, that PPO will cover you anywhere. It has out-of-network benefits. You just have a higher deductible, higher copay, higher out-of-pocket. When we move over to the marketplace and we start looking at plans, you're going to see a lot of networks that don't say PPO. They say things instead like HMO, EPO, and they even had the audacity to call one a POS. What all these networks have in common is they will not cover you outside of the network, instead intending to just manage your care inside their network. So what this leads to is you needing to verify that your providers, your doctors, your hospitals, your specialists, your medications, you need to make sure that they are within your plan's network, within your plan's drug formulary, or your health insurance will not cover it. A lot of you might be asking, well, why can't I get a PPO? Why don't they offer those on the marketplace? And the reason is simple, because all health insurance plans on the marketplace have to cover pre-existing conditions from day one. And so if these health insurance companies can't calculate the risk to insure someone, they have to control their costs somehow. And the way they control their costs is by determining where you can receive care and what types of care you can receive. So yes, these plans have to cover pre-existing conditions from day one, but they get to dictate how they're going to cover it and who you can go see. So for a lot of people who are coming from work insurance, maybe they've retired early, maybe they've quit a job to start their own business, maybe they turned 26 and got kicked off their parents' plan. A lot of these people have never had to deal with network issues before because they've always had a PPO. But now they're buying a marketplace plan, and a lot of them don't even think to look at that. It's the biggest blind spot when picking your own health insurance. So what do we recommend? We recommend you work with a professional who knows how to navigate these networks. And we also recommend, especially in the case of early retirees, to look into supplemental insurance plans that will cover you outside the network when you have to buy an HMO or an EPO. This will now allow us to make sure the care that you need to receive, your doctors, your specialists, your medications, we can fine-tune your plan to make sure that's covered on the HMO or EPO. And then we can also add a supplement that wraps around that narrow network that in case you have a large medical expense outside the network where you need or want to receive health care, you are still covered. For certain individuals, they'll be able to avoid this HMO EPO network nightmare altogether. Those are going to be the people who do not qualify for a tax credit on the ACA and who do not have pre-existing conditions. For those people, the ACA narrow network structure doesn't make sense to begin with. Use your health to your advantage and get a no-network private individual plan. These plans have lower deductibles, lower premiums than the marketplace, and wide open networks where you choose your own provider. So as open enrollment starts this November 1st and lasts all the way to January 15th, make sure you are talking to an expert who can help you navigate all of these common pitfalls while picking your own health insurance.